The fact that it's even possible to make doctor, lawyer, professional money is absolutely mind-blowing. It's crazy. I remember sitting in high school and I'm sitting in math class and they had this presentation. They put this thing, and you guys remember the projectors, they'd have like the clear sheets, they'd put them over to project on the board. This was before all the cool technology. And they had this projection that they put up on the board, and it talked about how much it costs to live. And it put, okay, here's your housing, here's your whatever. And it was way less than it is now, like way less. But I remember as a kid going, oh my gosh, it costs a lot just to live. And then, so they got us all scared. And then they put, here's some occupations and their associated salary. Boom, showed the salaries, teacher this much, chiropractor, blah, blah. And it started going in. And their whole play here was the more that you are educated, the more college.
On average, the people who had 4 years of college made this much more money last year.
I'm sure it was the local college coming in to get it planted in our minds that we need to go into college. Meanwhile, they're running the biggest business scam of anyone. But we're not here to talk about that. I remember that day, and I still remember that day. And I remember being freaked out like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to make $100,000 just to live. Like, I want to get rich, man. Like, that was my thoughts as a ninth grader. And I always, from that time until I was probably a junior, I thought that like you had to be a doctor. You had to be an attorney. You had to be a chiropractor. You had to do something where you needed a master's degree. You needed to have one of those really highly esteemed jobs. You had to be something like that to make dope money. That's what I thought, because that's what they taught you. And it wasn't until I started, maybe an early senior, I started reading books like this. My dad gave me this book. This is actually from my dad. It's the first book he ever gave me. I've talked about it before. And my mind started to change, started listening to Tony Robbins. And I started to realize that was a bunch of BS, but I thought that was exactly what you had to do. And I think a lot of us, maybe you're 30, maybe you're 40, maybe you're 50, and you haven't read these books. You haven't had the experience that some of us have had. And you still think in your head, that's the only way to make professional money. I did. That's how I thought. But I'm here to tell you, and that's what I want to start with, is it's crazy that we are taught and we are told that in order to make that kind of money, we have to have these degrees. We have to be in these professions. And I'm here to tell you, as a living, walking, breathing example, you do freaking not need to do this. I am somebody who went to a high school, guys. I do not think if they came and audited my high school, they would honor the high school degree that we got. I mean, as I got married, as I started meeting people and telling them some of the stuff that we did in high school or some of the stuff we didn't do, they're like, dude, that's not, there's no way that's legal. There's no way that's even like by the books. There's no way that should be happening, or that you should be doing like learning this or not learning that. I don't even think my degree should be accredited. Okay, number one, I am somebody who barely passed high school, dropped out of college, literally was raised in a village of 2,000 people. I call it a village. It was a small town on a farm. And yes, I can drive a tractor. Yes, I can lift irrigation pipe. And I know a lot about that, but I had no sales skills. I certainly had no technical education, and I've got no degree. And there are definitely people that are in professional sports that I make more money than. Of course, not everyone, not even close. There's got the Tom Brady's and some of these guys, but there are people that are professional athletes who I make more money than. And I am an average in every way freaking dude. Unbelievable. In fact, we have 4 partners on this one specific property, and one of my partners is currently in the NFL. And I would wager to bet we probably make similar money. And he is an NFL player and a good one. And I am me. I'm freaking average Joe Blow, no technical skills, no sales skills until I started doing sales. No, nothing that's special, just absolutely vanilla. And here we are. So it is possible. I just wanted to like take a moment, think about how crazy that is, that it's even possible. This is something I want you to answer in the comments. In the rank and rent digital real estate business, why are some of us making millions of dollars, multiple 7 figures, okay, on one hand, and some of us are barely paying the bills? Why do you think some of us are making professional money, legitimate professional pro athlete type money in this business model, and others are barely freaking scraping by or can't seem to figure out how to get their first deal? What do you think the difference is? I can tell you it's not because of some special skill set that I have. I know that. I'm as average as they come, man. It takes me reading books 3-4 times before I comprehend. I'm not the fastest reader, the fastest typer, the fastest learner. I'm not even close. And at the same time, while you guys are answering that that question, does that not piss you off? Does it not piss you off? I hope it pisses some of you guys off that are watching that I'm sitting here in this Versace robe like an absolute douchebag, sipping my perfectly chilled amino energy, making millions of dollars, and some of you guys are putting in 60 hours a week and you could barely pay the bills. I hope that pisses you off, because at least you feel something, and at least that's a starting point and we can start making a change. I hope watching my videos stirs something inside you to go, okay, man, if this guy can do it, I sure as heck can do it.